Good morning. So today we're going to talk about chords and arcs, congruent chords and their corresponding arcs. So two chords, remember chords are passed through the circle. So two chords are congruent if and only if their corresponding arcs are congruent. Okay, so that means that AB would be equal to DC if the measure of the arcs are equal. Okay, they are equidistant from the center. Okay, so two things, their corresponding arcs are congruent and they are equidistant. Okay, if a diameter or radius is perpendicular to a chord, then it's going to bisect the chord and its arc. Okay, gonna write it over here. If a diameter or radius is perpendicular to a chord, then it bisects the chord and the arc. Okay, so what does that mean? So that means that if EH is perpendicular to AB, which I showed that up here, that they're perpendicular to each other, okay, then that means that AF would be the same distance as FB, okay, and the chords, these chords here, these arcs here, AH, is going to be the same thing. So the measure of AH is going to be equal to the measure of HB. Okay, so it's going to make these congruent, these two things congruent, and these arcs congruent. Okay? Alright, let's do some problems. Okay, so here I want to find the value of x here. So the value of x, I know that these two chords are going to be congruent right here. So that means that the chords, or the arcs here, are going to be congruent. So that means the chords are also going to be congruent. So 18x minus 2 is going to be equal to a 52. So add 2, so it's going to be a 54. So x here is going to be equal to a 3. Okay, so let's do the second one here. Find x. Okay, so here I know that my chords are going to be congruent. So that means that these arcs here would be, congruent, right? Okay, well, I know that this is 76 over here. Okay, so 76, and this side over here, then that would be, what, 284? Because remember, they have to add all the arcs measures, add together to be 360. Okay. So 360. So AB and BC are going to be a total of 284. Okay. Divide that by 2. So that is what, 127? Is each one. So that means 6x minus 20 is going to be equal to 127. So 127 plus a 20 will be a 147, and then that divided by 6. Oops, can I count? Let's see. 142, I can't add or subtract. So it'd be 162, sorry guys. And then divide by that by 6. So x here is going to be equal to a 27. Okay, let's do another one. So if here dp is going to be equal to 5x minus 34, and pe is going to be equal to 2x minus 4, find dp. Okay, well, I know that these arcs are congruent, okay? So that means that these chords, so AB and BC, would also be congruent, okay? It also tells you, well, I didn't draw them, but these are right angles here. So that means that a perpendicular chord bisects, okay, a chord and its arc. So that means that these two distances, DP here and PE, would be congruent. So 5x minus 34 would be equal to 2x minus 4. Okay, so subtract here, so 3x minus 34 is equal to a negative 4. Add your 34, so you'll get 3x is equal to a 30. So x is going to be equal to a 10. Okay, but I want to find the measure of dp. And dp is 5x minus 34, so plug that in. So 5 times 10 minus 34. So that's 50 minus 34, which is what, 16? Okay, let's do another one here. So if FB is going to be equal to 6x minus 11, and BB is going to be equal to 2x plus a 9, find the length of BC. Okay, well, I know here that, well, sorry, I forgot to put some, but those are congruent there. So if those are congruent, then this is a perpendicular bisector. Okay, so that means that FB, okay, that means that this distance and this distance are going to be congruent. Okay, so that means that 6x minus 11 is going to be equal to 2x plus a 9. So subtract So you'll get 4x minus 11 equals 9, and add your 11, so 4x is going to be equal to a 20. So x would be equal to a 5. Okay, so I want to find BC. Okay, so I want to find the total distance BC. Well, BG is going to be equal to 2x plus 9, right? So 2 times 5 plus 9. So that'll be 19. Well, that means that these two are going to be congruent. So GC, so all the way over there, so it's going to be a double. So BC would be double that. So 2 times 19 would be 38. Okay, so I'm going to try to finish that worksheet, and you'll have a great day.